Hi, here we are in footwear. Brian's going to go through some of the changes and questions. The changes have not taken place yet, but there are plans. So here's Dan and Brian, and they're going to explain the plan of action and timeline.
Hi, good morning. Okay, so what we're figuring is going to happen is the Tory Burch will get moved down to the Tom section. The question that we have,
And when is that happening? Today, you think?
we could do it today,
Okay.
easily, that's not a problem. But if we move Tom's down to the section where Tory Burch is, Rob is going to be putting the 48-inch floating slats across the window, the one by Tory Burch, and then all the way across where the t-shirt wall is. The t-shirt wall, from what we've discussed, is going to go from 4 to 2 sections. And originally the thought was that was going to go where Tory Burch is now, which would leave us one short for Tom's. Option 2 would be to put the t-shirt wall on the 2 floating slat walls in the window, and then still keep Tom's where Tory Burch is. And then over to the left where Dan is, it would be 48-inch floating window slats all the way down, which would be sneaker advantage where the counter exists now, and then going into North Face and accessories and whatever we decide to merchandise going down there, the counter going in where Patagonia is. That pretty much seem what we think, Dan?
There's, I would say, also the option of potentially moving 2 of the Aussie T racks into where that Patagonia is currently, possibly where we would put the register, maybe sliding this register down and putting it between or in front of a couple of those panels, I would say would work, centering it more so into the North Face store. I do like that if we did put it in that setback where the jewelry opening was, that we do have a nice view of the door of Tiny, of the rest of the store and the traffic coming in there. But there's definitely a couple options we could go with.
And there was conversation, I believe, of setting up the benches to all be.
Those are done.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
done. Okay.
that we took care of, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
done.
Okay. Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah, we just now have to work on the merchandise so we don't see the same brands in any one direction.
Once we get the sneakers off these speed tables onto the wall, we'll be able to have a little bit more space to work with in here, I think. Right. We could even utilize 2 speed tables right up front, have them off to the sides, and ditch the middle one, being able to spread out the center tables a little bit more.
And order new chairs,
Yes.
which we found a couple options from Coaster, which seem okay. I just got to find pricing because it's part of their better collection, and I don't want to get them too expensive. And I think we should order a few more this time because we have 10 now.
To replace these chairs?
Yeah, they're pretty hammered. The legs are been repaired multiple times, and the cushions are pretty shot. They're pretty hard. But I think we should order 12. We have 10 now and at least 12 because we've got an extra table at the end. We could do 2 more. We have extra seating for it. And then the discussion also was, do we bring back the sneaker slat wall?
Yeah.
The 3 chair that was at the outlet for a fitting area for sneakers, if we have room for it.
Yeah, if we have room for it. It could take up a little bit too much space in the middle of the room, so we'll see where we can possibly position that. But it's nice. It gains us a nice about 8 feet of slat wall, one section high where we get socks and things like that.
3 dedicated seats for fitting sneakers.
And did Rob, Stir, or anybody give you a timeline as far as when we could physically move this counter and put up the slat wall displays against the window? Or?
The counter, we have power and internet over at that side of the room, so that's set and ready to go. And indications were this week. I just don't have a specific date.
Was a day that was stated, I think, with Body and Beauty and getting the finishing touches on there. It's all contingent on that. So.
And I know he had to order some of the aluminum, the upright metal pieces. We have the slat, and I think we had enough for 4 of the 48-inch pieces to start, and then he had to order more metal.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.